Hi, welcome to Awaken Spirit Wisdom. This is a new moon in Gemini reading. It's an activation reading, which is a general reading. So take from it what resonates for you. The new moon is taking place on the 22nd of May, like I said, in Gemini. We are then moving, the energy is going to be building up and moving in towards eclipse season. So the first eclipse takes place on the 5th of June, and it's a full moon in Sagittarius lunar eclipse. That is then followed by a new moon in Cancer, and you have to excuse me, solar annular eclipse, which takes place on the 21st of June. On the 20th of June, the day before that eclipse takes place, is the winter-summer solstice, so it's going to be quite a powerful build-up to the solar eclipse. And then following that, not soon after that, on the 5th of July, is a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Alongside all that wonderful energy, Mercury then goes retrograde on the 19th of June. Just trying to think which sign it goes retrograde in. I've totally lost the plot on that one, so bear with me. You'll have to look that up yourselves. It's gone out of my head. So Mercury goes retrograde, goes retrograde in Cancer, sorry, I do remember. And that Mercury then joins Pluto, Venus, Jupiter and Saturn, who are all in retrograde already. So we are in for some interesting times ahead over the next, I would say, couple of months up until August, probably even beyond that, but I do feel that this activation is the start of the energies that are going to start building up over the next couple of months or so. So yes, let's get into the activation. I have shuffled the cards already, just to save some time. So Spirit, Angels and Universe, please bring forward the activation energy for the new moon in Gemini, the 22nd of May. I'm going to take that one. So I'll just pull out all the cards and then I'll read the energies from there for you. Spirit, please bring forward information to further enhance the activation. Oh, those are flying out. Thank you, Spirit. Just going to leave those there. The one has fallen on the floor. So I'll just put that one underneath. And Spirit, please bring the outcome of the activation. Please bring us information about the outcome of the activation. These cards are really big, so bear with me. My hands are sore. We'll just take what flies out or falls out or half comes out. I normally just allow cards to fall out as and when they need to, or as they do, or whenever they do, because that's how I do my readings. So I know everybody's different. I think I just need to get one more card. One more card, Spirit. One more card. Thank you. Okay. Right, in that order. Just make sure you can see all the cards. So just bear with me a minute. I'm just going to look at the cards and pick up on the energy and the messages that are coming through from Spirit. So we have number sequence 38 and 39, and we also have 7, 7, so we've got 2 7s, so you might want to look up the number, spiritual meaning of 77. Okay. So with the activation card, I'll hold it up and then you can pause the video for as long as you need to. The idea is to just look at the image and meditate on it, or contemplate the image, take it in, and that will start to activate the process. So we have remembrance. And the Spirit are bringing you this frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So the energy that's coming through from that activation, obviously remembrance says it all, but I feel that there's parts of you that are coming into awareness. It could be gifts from past lifetimes, it could be parts of your soul, fragments that are coming back into your awareness, into integration, into healing, or being activated through your dream time or through meditation, that is allowing for you to form a new part of yourself. It's almost as if you're going through like a transition period. Well, the transition has arrived in the reading, so I'm not surprised, but it's almost like new aspects of yourself, even though they are not new in terms of you've gathered this information, this soul development, this soul growth over lifetimes, but it hasn't come into your awareness up until now. These elements are coming back into your life whilst you are letting go of the old parts of you that have completed your lessons, your journey, your cycles. They are now complete, so they are shifting away, making room for the new parts of your next stage of your journey to then come into your awareness, come into your vibration, integrate into your soul energy, to then give birth to a new way of you being in the world, but also a new way of creating a new version of the world. So I feel that some of you who have come into this reading are already quite spiritually gifted or aware or on your spiritual journey, on your path to enlightenment, have been working really hard to transform your shadow energies, to tie up the old cycles, the old endings, the old learnings, lessons, soul growths. I feel some of you are in limbo. You've got one foot in the past and one sort of reaching to the next stage, the new, the future, but that hasn't quite been presented yet. There maybe is one or two little bricks on the bridge, but there's nothing else. So it's that leap of faith. Spirit are asking you to take a leap of faith, that over the next couple of months, through all these different alignments of the planets, the retrogrades, the lunar and solar eclipse, well, 2 lunar eclipses and a solar eclipse, this is all playing into changing slowly. In some cases it's going to be quite fast and furious, but in some cases it's going to be quite calm and neutralizing, and helping you to release the old with grace and compassion and honor and gratitude for all the learning, wisdom and knowledge you've gained for this new stage, for this new awakening into a new being, a new way of being, a new way. And interestingly, we have the beauty way. So this for me represents a card of coming into balance, a new sense of balance with life, with spirit, with co-creating the spirit, but also from deep within you. So a new connection to yourself in a way that allows you to peacefully navigate your way forward into this new beginning. It is a new beginning, a new life, a new transition into, we're going into a new paradigm as well. We're going from the age of Pisces, we're leading that, we're transitioning through that. That's what all this build-up of energy is about, is tying up those loose ends for that old cycle. And as a result of anything that completes, there's a period of stillness, a void, whilst seeds of the new beginning start to take shape. They're not even planted yet, they're just developing, they're being ignited, they're being gifted to you from spirit and planted into your awareness, into your heart, into this new soul energy of yours that has accumulated through lifetimes and is now stepping forward for this new wave into life, into birthing not only a new part of you, a new life for you, but also helping to co-create and birth a new world for humanity. So you are leading into a much more peaceful flow with life, a much more easier way of being, transitioning, of growing, of manifesting, one that is more in line with your highest self, your true heart's purpose, your true heart's desires, but also in alignment with the new energy that's coming. Now I know that's confusing because we can't see it, we can't really feel it, it's all a bit mixed up and confused at the moment, but this is going to help you to start to see and feel and navigate your way with trust and grace in the divine plan, rather than in a bit of chaos and a bit of push and push, pull and push and force and push, and I must try and make it happen. It's going to be very fluid and flowing. And then we have the lower world. So I do, as I'm picking up this card, 2 things are coming forward for me. One is you leaving the lower vibrations of the earth realm, the fear-based, the negative, the mass negative consciousness. Now I'm not saying that it's bad, I'm just saying it's different. And as your vibration is changing, as your energy is shifting, as you are coming into remembrance of who you really are, you are naturally being drawn away from, away from the lower vibrations. Your energy is changing, your vibrational frequency is rising. Another element of this is some of you may be called to go and do some shamanic work into the lower world, where you can look at or look through or discover the shadow aspects hidden, that are still hidden within your unconsciousness, that still needs to be looked at, released and cleared. Well, cleared is the wrong word, released. But through that process, there's a gem that's waiting for you to take in with you on your journey. So you're leaving the old toxic negative energy with compassion and gratitude behind, but you're taking forward the gift that was there to bring forward for you. So take what you need from that. If you are drawn to shamanic work, then by all means do some, enter into the lower world. Ask Spirit to help show you what it is that you need to know to transform and to help you on your journey to remembrance. May well be that the gifts that are there tie in with gifts that you've had from past lives. So maybe that it's something that you discover here helps to bring you into this remembrance of who you are on a soul level that is more than your human experience, more than your human journey in this lifetime. And then we get drawn into the child. I just want you to have a look at that. It's interesting to see all the phases of the moon. So through this lunar eclipse season, I'm going to say mostly lunar eclipse, although there is the sun there too. So this is definitely highlighting the eclipse season, because we've got the sun there and the planets. I see them as planets. Anyway, the cards kind of speak in different ways, but yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? So through this process, your inner child, that pure essence of your soul, is being, I wouldn't say activated. Maybe it is for some of you. Maybe it's a reactivation of that pure divine essence, your pure truth that you've kind of got mixed up with other people's belief systems and negative stuff. And as children, you kind of get led away from your pure essence, your pure true connection to source and those magical beliefs, truths and wisdom. And I feel that part of this remembrance is getting you back in touch with who you really are, from a child essence, from your pure child essence. What Spirit are also bringing forward for some of you is that there may be a need to do some inner child healing work, to go and heal the wounds of the inner child, so that will then free you to connect with her in a more, him or her, sorry, I said her because it's a female on the card, but him or her, from a more loving space, from a more, what's the word I'm looking for? From a more heart-centered space, rather than a critical parent or critical adult space of no you can't, no you shouldn't, no you mustn't, oh how could you even think of dreaming of that, or all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into detail. And then we have the owl. Now for me, the owl represents a number of things. Owl comes to you in the night time, so it helps you, it helps to illuminate that which is dark. So it brings light through the darkness. It's connected to intuition and it's connected to sight, but it's also connected to a reminder of being aware of deception, of illusions. So this owl may be one of your spirit guides. If you're not into animal guides, maybe consider inviting the owl in. By all means, look up what the spiritual meaning of owl is. It can bring you some wonderful insights and further information. But I do feel that through the connection of the inner child, or that child essence, your intuition will be activated at a much deeper, purer level, which will then help to guide you along the beauty way into remembrance of who you really are. So this is a real magical time of divine discovery and flow, and bringing forward new aspects of yourself, or those aspects of yourself that have been hidden up until now, because now is the time for these energies to come forward. Remember, you've chosen to be here at this time. You've chosen to bring your light forward at this time, wherever that is, whether it's, or whatever. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a big fancy word attached to it. Just your light is enough to be present in the world, to make changes. You don't have to force it into anything. If you're led to do something that helps humanity, even better. But there's no pressure for you to do that. And then we have the guidance card coming forward. Now this for me just confirms that Spirit are totally on your side with this activation, with this awakening. I do feel it's an awakening for some of you. It may be a deep level of awakening, it may be awakenings, and I do feel that there may be some new spirit guides coming forward for you if you are open to that. I do feel that if you want, the universe is reaching out towards you to help you on your journey, to bring you clarity, to bring you this remembrance of who you are, to reactivate you to your sense of truth and your purpose in this lifetime. Up until this point, it may have looked like one thing, and now all of a sudden it's totally changed. But I feel the Spirit are wanting you to trust in the process of what is unfolding, because there is so much magic coming forward for you through this process that's going to blow your mind, but it's going to open up your heart, and it's going to help you to activate and align with who you really are. From a place of absolute trust and knowing that you are fully supported to bring this energy into the world, into the dark times, and will stay strong through it to help uplift humanity. That message is for those who are ready to do that. So we have the Four of Crystals followed by transition. So I feel that in this card it's bringing my attention to the fact that contemplation, meditation, reflection, now is the time for that, even more so than ever, because of all the planets, as I mentioned earlier in the reading, that are in retrograde. Now retrograde is all about going within, searching within, looking within, being with self, being within, researching. If something's interesting, research it. If you need to relook at something, relook at it with an open mind. Look at it like, what is it teaching me? What am I learning? What am I growing from it? Because that will help allow you to transition into the light, into the truths that you already know on a soul level. But through this activation, it will help you to remember what those truths are. It will bring these truths, connections, healing, whatever it is that you are needing on a soul level, it will bring them towards you to raise your vibration, to pull you out of the darkness into the light, to pull you into your divine purpose. It may take some time, so be patient. Trust the flow. Retrogrades are about having to redo things, having to kind of like look back and go, well, what didn't work? Why didn't it work? What have I missed? Use it as an opportunity to have compassion for yourself, rather than, what did I do wrong? Why haven't I got what have I done? All that negative stuff. So if you've been triggered by negative energy or negative emotions, use that as an opportunity to understand what the deeper message of that is about, because there are always blessings in fear, in negative feelings. They are all valuable, they are all necessary, they hold equal gifts as positive energies do. You just got to dig a little bit deeper. You've just got to kind of stay with it a bit longer to find out what the gem is in amongst that energy. And then once that's been witnessed, integrated, the excess energy can be released and freed. And then we have the Seven of Orbs. So this card means something totally different in the actual deck, but I'm just going to read the energy from the card for today. And I feel that you need to be aware of the fact that there are things that you're still going to try and hold on to whilst you're transitioning into the new. So I feel that that's not a bad thing, but Spirit are just bringing your attention to become aware of some things may feel like they're the right things to hold on to, but actually it's the ego getting in the way. So just spend some time, you know, that makes so much sense. Like, Spirit, you're going to be going backwards and forwards, and you think, oh, I thought I let that go, and oh, I thought I needed that, and oh, but yes, but no, but. So just be patient with yourself. It's a rebalancing, and some of these things that we hold on to are layered. So you may let it go, and then it may come back, and you may let it go at a deeper level, and it'll come back, and then you're like, have I not got rid of this damn thing yet? But underneath that, each layer is layers of beliefs, but layers of truths, and also underneath each layer, as you release and let go, or as you hold on to, it brings you in different gifts, different awarenesses of yourself that still need to be loved, integrated, accepted, healed, or whatever it is. So yes, enjoy the journey. It's going to be sometimes it's going to be a bit challenging, trust me, I know. But I feel that there is so much love and support around you from Spirit, who are really empowering you to take this journey, because it is the right time for this journey to take place for you on an individual level. It's going to be individual for each one of you, and don't compare yourself to anybody else. This is a unique discovery of self in a new form, without having to leave your physical body and transition into a new life in a new body. This is an incredible opportunity to really transform an old part of life whilst moving into and creating a new form of life that actually hasn't even come into form yet. So these seeds are being ignited and being planted into your energy from divine source with love, knowing that you are capable of bringing these to fruition at the right time, in the right way. So whatever you do, be gentle, have compassion, have patience, perseverance, persistence, love yourself, and be grateful that Spirit are helping. Ask for guidance if you need it, and enjoy this amazing unfoldment that is coming to you over the next couple of months. I will be doing some more readings, so some of them may tie in with this, or they may bring another different layer of insight to help you through the next few months. I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you for taking the time to visit my channel. Please feel free to subscribe, and if you wish to leave a comment to let me know how this energy is unfolding in your life, please feel free to do so. Take care. All the best. Love and light.